Get in! We're going for a mini adventure. I've got a pass from the missus. Let's go! Oh, I stalled it. Oh.
I'm a prisoner of my own.
Right, I've got a pass from Ginny, which means we're on a little solo, off-grid stealth camping trip in the Peak District. We're going to find somewhere to pull up on some green lanes, have ourselves a little stealth camp. It's something I've wanted to do since I built the van and just haven't had time. My plan is to use some old quarry roads to find somewhere a little bit quiet to park up. I'm just up on these quarry roads. Some of them are green lanes, I think. Some of them are super hectic. I've actually driven a couple of them before when I had a pickup. They're too narrow, I think, to get the van through one of the worst ones. But the views up here are just glorious. Really, really pretty. In fact, I think I've landed pretty well with the weather, because it was honking this morning. There's a little bit more section of trail, probably the most extreme section that I'm gonna have a go at today. Let's go get this last little bit of trail. I've just scoped it out with the drone. I think it's going to be all right in the van, and also I'm hoping there's somewhere to turn around, because it drops into a really steep section that the van, well, it's tight and steep that I don't think the van would get down. But yeah, let's go and have a crack at this. Steep, very steep. Look at that. Right, we're through the worst of it there. That's pretty steep back there. Look, I'll show you. It's like on mountain biking, nothing ever looks as steep as it actually is. Very steep. Look at that. Oh. I'm going to head to this little turning for a farm, and then I think I can turn around. I hope I can turn around, because if I can't, I'm fucked. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Right, we're at the park up. I'll give you a little tour of the spot. So we're off grid, and we are stealth camping, although there is nothing stealthy about our van at all. We haven't done any off-grid wild camping in the UK in the van. On the Arctic trip, we were literally the majority of the time off-grid. So many places to pull up, so many park-ups on Park for Night. In the UK, we just haven't parked up in places because we've done a couple of weeks away. I haven't filmed them really, just because one, I just wanted a bit of a break after the Arctic trip, and two, it's just when you do like short little trips, it's really hard. It's really hectic filming with the kids. And the reason why we haven't camped off grid or wild camped is I don't know what the law says, and two, with kids, you hear so many stories about people getting knocked on or disturbed that with kids, that we just don't really want to be getting a knock on at 2 AM and having to move the van and move the kids. We think it will be quite a harrowing experience, really. It won't be very nice, and they love being in the van, so we want to kind of keep it that way. But I don't know, like cooking wise, can I have the door open, cook on my little fold down table on the side of the van, or am I best cooking in the inside? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. And then while we're cooking, I'm going to answer some of the most commonly asked questions we get asked on the channel. She wants a walk, don't you? You want a walk. Yes, you do. Look at that view, though. Hang on.
Heart filled with worries, no. In a world full of sorrow, what for? You watch the world from the place beneath the willow, the willow.
The sun is bloody lovely.
So many years, too many tears on your pillow, on your pillow.
Good job you're on the lead, Sky. Highland cattle, they're so big and horny. I am not a fan of big animals like this. There's a little baby one as well. That's the worst because they get all funny. We've got to come back through there. This is not a circular walk. This is the spot. Look at it. Look at the views. So hectic. Van is there. Farm track down there. Quarry track down there. And that's where we're stopping. I didn't want to pull it too much onto the grass. I could see a few car tracks there, so I thought people have pulled on here before. So hopefully we won't be disturbed. Come on, Sky. Let's put you on here for a second so you don't get eaten by a cow. In fact, let's get you your long lead. I can't let her off here. There are those cows not too far away. I definitely recommend one of these if you've got a dog, because I just don't trust, one, she won't do something stupid, and two, she might get hit by a car, or you just don't want her running off. She's pretty good, she doesn't run off, but let's clip that onto you here. Right, we need to cook some food, then we're going to answer some questions. Right, on the menu this evening, people, we have got the fridge. The fridge is actually looking alright. We've got a nice little beer, just the one, 2 lamb steaks from the local butchers, some corn and some broccoli. let's sort Sky's dinner because she's probably starving. Are you hungry? Yeah, you are, aren't you? There you go, mate. She won't eat that until I've eaten mine, in the hope that she gets some additional. Some water for you, mate. There you go. Are you thirsty? Right, Jaupur, Thornbridge beer, local to the Peak District. I haven't had one of these for ages. Nice to have a beer. Cheers. Good views, eh? That is on the boil. I don't know if anybody else finds this, but I find if we haven't used the Max Air fans for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks or more, they literally don't open. They get a bit sticky icky. No, that's not popping. No, that's stuck. That's not opening. That's not opening. Ah, that's got it. Popped open then. There we go. Common question number one. When's the next big adventure? We were hoping to have had a big adventure by now. We should have been on our big adventure. Essentially, I don't want to go into too much detail. A bit of a spanner in the works in terms of money. We just made the decision that although we could afford to do it, like future planning for the next 6 months, we felt it was better just to put those plans on hold and stay a bit more local. Plans change, things change. You gotta think about the future. So sometimes it's just best not to go spunking all your cash in one go. He says with his van. But the van's here and we've got plenty of time for big trips. Yes. Look at Ginny's plants. She's so happy with this. She's been interior designing. Little shrubbery there. Shrubbery there. Presented bed, which I've actually made a mess. Oh no. Second question I get asked loads is what do I do? What do we do apart from YouTube? Well, YouTube, to be honest, is just a hobby. This is just a hobby. Like, yeah, we make a little bit of money out of it. I wish we were parked on the level. YouTube is just a hobby. Yes, we make a little bit of money out of it, but by no means do we make enough money to survive on it at all. I'd love it if we did, and hopefully, and maybe one day it will. I am by trade a teacher. I teach DT basically, construction, maybe a bit of media studies, hence the cameras. Whoop. I'm a teacher by trade, which is why I think I've enjoyed vlogging the build of the van. 2 minutes aside on those, I reckon. Jins is a property manager. She manages properties for people, but she might not be doing that for much longer. And then on the side of that, we have a little business that we work on together, which is to do with holiday college. So that's pretty much what we do. Oh, shit. Catastrophic error. Catastrophic? Oh shit. Just put that hot pan on the... That's insane. That's fine. The table's on a bit of a wonk, so probably not the best place to cook the steaks. The other most frequently asked question is how much does the van cost? Well, there's a video on that. I'll put a link to it there. I've just released a time-lapse video, which I think is insane watching the full build. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch that. I don't think these need much more than that. I'm on a bit of a health flex at the moment.
1 second. Hey.
They're going to bed, so I've got to take the call. Night night, guys. I love you. Night night. Love you. Bye bye. There we go, team. What do we think of that? Lamb steaks, broccoli, buttered. To be fair, this is pretty bloody good. Oh yeah. No. Oh. Having a mare tonight. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh my god, there's a cow there. Sky, inside. Inside, in. Oh my god, that shit me up then. Look at them all. There, let me get my other camera, hang on. They're literally there. Look. They're literally there. Okay. He's watching me through there. That was... I know they're gentle giants, but honestly, since we got chased by those cows, I genuinely shit myself around them. And it's the horns. Look at the size of them. Look, they're there. Right, I'm going to scran this food, do a bit of editing. Okay. They're good steaks then. I'm surrounded by cows. I'm terrified. Maybe they could smell the lamb. Yum, 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 yum. Right, sit rep on the cows. I'm surrounded. I'm fully surrounded. The window is open. It is getting dark, and there are cows everywhere. Cows there. There. Watching. Right, I'm going to tidy up. I've got the diesel heater on, heating up the hot water. Got the hot tap running, filling up the sink. Going to hit up the washing up. Check on my cow pals. Oh, they've all got... Oh, they're right there. Right there. There he is. Look at him. I'm having some teething issues here, guys, with the gulper pump, if I'm honest. I've just put it on and it started spurting up there. I had an issue where after I made the video and used it properly, I found that it was spurting up through the shower. It was coming up through the shower if you were emptying things, but if you emptied one thing, anyway, it was coming up through the shower. So I fitted a non-return valve. However, there's a non-return valve under the shower, so it no longer comes up through the shower. But that's the first time I've drained a big bowl of water, and it's squirted. Literally came up through there. So now what I'm thinking I need to do is order 2 more. I thought I'll just put one on the shower because it's low. It probably won't. They won't need them anywhere else. But obviously, I do. I need. Look, you can see here where it's squirted all on the floor. So I need to order 2 more. I think it's probably best if I order 2 more non-return valves, and then that way, one on the bathroom sink and one on the kitchen sink. You're never done with a van build, are you? Never done. Look at it. It's so easy looking after the van when you're on your own. When you've got everybody in here, it's so much harder. It's spacious, the van, when you're on your own. Quick Highland cattle update. I don't know if you can hear this, but that cow is literally just stood looking at me, heavy breathing. I'm a prisoner of my own van. I'm a prisoner of my own van. What are you going to do for a wee, Sky? She's in the footwell. She loves it in the footwell. What are you going to do for a wee? You can't have a wee out there right now. You get trampled to death. He's heavy. Can you hear this? Please tell me you can hear this. He's heavy breathing. I feel intimidated. We're not going out, Sky, for a minute. We're prisoners of our own van. Right, I'm going to fire up the laptop, rip all this footage off, and then hopefully these heavy breathing cows have moved on. I come in peace. I'm under siege. Let's see if there's any been in. I can't go out. I can't take Sky for a wee until they go. Oh my god, he's right there. He's heavy breathing at me. And there's one over there. And there's a load down there. What am I going to do? I can't take Sky for a night wee. I phoned Ginny and she was like, well, that's obviously where they live. So you're screwed. I'll do a bit more of this and report back. There's one having a little sleep there. I think the coast is clear. Oh, there's one having a... They've all lied down. Ginny was right. Let's see if we can exit. Right, there's one there. Shush. Stop growling. Right, there's none over there. One there. One there. Shh. Oh, good girl, good girl. Right. Back to safety. Back to safety. In. In. Go. Right, in. In. Go. Right. Cow siege update. Right. They are sleeping all around the van. I don't know why they've chose to sleep here. Maybe they think I've got food. I'm going to make my bed and turn in for the night. Another question I got asked recently was, do I actually have any hair underneath my hat? Because I wear a hat all the time. I do. I have an alright head of hair. Anyway, I'm going to turn in. So I will see you in the morning. Morning, campers. Let me get up and we'll make a coffee. Right, let's make some breakfast and then get out of here. I promised little man I'd be back for when he got out of bed. So, magic bullet. Banana. That one. Olive oil. Supposed to be really good for you. I give it about 5 or 6 glugs. That also makes it super creamy. And if you doubt it, try it. Have a go. Report back. I've got a load of fresh berries that me and little man picked the other day. 3 eggs I like to put in. A little bit of milk. That's it. Keeps me going all day. Super healthy. I'm on a bit of a health kick. I'm on a bit of a protein kick at the moment because I read 1 gram of protein for every 2 pounds in body weight that you weigh. I've not seen anybody up here. I've not seen one person. Stealth camping, off-grid camping, wild camping, whatever you want to call it, has gone pretty smoothly. I'm not really sure what the do's and don'ts are. Obviously I haven't laid a chair out. I've not had a fire, not put a chair out, not put a table out. Pretty low key, no awning. I don't even have an awning, but I'm gonna fit one soon, but haven't got an awning. So I guess, are they just the kind of common rules? Let me know in the comments. I actually don't know. What is the etiquette of wild camping? I know I had a beer last night. I know you shouldn't have a beer, but I only had one and I could have driven on that one if I'd have been asked to move on by the police, but I didn't think any police were coming up here last night. All in all, a pretty successful little mission. Like, can you pop top wild camp? Like, if you've got a pop top, can you? Oh shit! The cows are back. The cows are back. This guy's gone under the van to hide. Yeah, if you've got a pop top, can you pop top to wild camp? Let me get. There they are. There's 2 of them. They're starting to surround the place again. We are going to get out of here now. I think it's time to get home. This has been a beautiful little park up and a nice little bit of man time to get away. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.